Oh, working on some. Working on. He is 100% though.
Mm-hmm.
It's like known.
Mm-hmm.
The known ski.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Since high school.
How that rain stayed off last night, the world may never know.
I don't know.
Did Caning say anything about Huff?
Who? No. Him and they were down there shaking their heads. All right, dial in and see what happens.
Dial it. Dial. I am not happy.
All right, call back.
The callback.
Cannon or Dwayne?
Yo. We're good. That's fine.
Hello. Hello.
Yo.
You hear us?
Yo. No, it's all good because we heard the ring.
Yeah.
If it was the iPad, if it was that iPhone, it would have been. You wouldn't have heard the ring.
Everything's plugged in, right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good on our end. Yellow.
Hey there.
You back home.
Now we can.
There we are.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Hello. I hear you.
Yep. We can hear you.
Hello. Hello. I hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Yes. We hear you. Sweet. You okay? Yeah. Okay, buddy. Nope. Okay. All right. We want to keep this. Dwayne, sorry for your situation. No, you're supposed to be at a remote right now. Okay. No. Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear it. Yep. I can hear it. Okay.
I can't hear it.
You can't?
Yeah, close it.
I could hear it. I can't now. I can, yeah, barely. Yeah, yep, good enough. I mean, it's not very loud, but I can hear it. There we go. Nothing again. Can't hear air feed again. Oh, boy. North Daviess football from Thurman H. Brown Field on a Saturday morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm John Mullen, and my partner is Braden Wesner, and we are bringing you North Daviess Cougar football on the Razor 94.5. Braden Wesner, 11 a.m. kickoff this morning. How are you doing, buddy?
Doing well. You know, normally we say it's a great night for football, but I'll tell you what, this is a great day for football. Got the fans rolling in. Field looks great. Just a good overall day for some football.
Well, we started it with donuts. I mean, how can you get better than that, right?
No, you just can't. Thank you for the hookup on that one. There's many people that are very appreciative of that.
So we are about 5-6 minutes away from action, and appreciate Dwayne Shake and Shake Broadcasting allowing us to do this Saturday morning Week 6 football contest. Again, last night's game moved to this morning due to the failure of the lighting at North Daviess. A storm knocked out a pole. Next thing you know, the other three come down, and we'll be bringing you Cougar football on the Razor the next couple of Saturdays. We'll take a look at next Friday night's game against North Decatur. It's been officially moved to next Saturday. That will be a noon kickoff, and it is also homecoming here at North Daviess. And then the following Friday night, the Cougars were scheduled to play North Knox. That contest will also be moved to Saturday. That's October the 8th, and that is to be determined, but we think it will be either a noon or 1 p.m. affair. So, Braden Wesner, it's a little bit different here on a Saturday morning. Some of the kids that perhaps may have been here on a Friday night are sleeping in or have other activities. Obviously, some of our other school teams are participating in events, and probably the same thing on the Linton Minor side. Also, a little bit cool out here this morning, Braden.
It's a little nipply. Up here in the box, we had everything open like we're used to on Friday nights because we're usually sweating and we got the sun in our face. But right now, the sun's to our back, and and the door's shut, and it's just a different feel.
Does it feel like, do you think we'll be able to see the numbers better not looking into that bright setting sun?
I'll tell you what, I don't know if it'll be absolutely perfect, but it's going to be better.
All right, so the North Daviess Marching Cougars Band heading out to the playing field. I believe they've got to head out to Evansville Reitz after halftime. They've got a contest down there in the Pocket City of Evansville out on the west side.
Big contest.
Yeah, Mr. Jeff Vandermel and the pep band will be heading south. So as they take the field and welcome the Linton Miners to the Cougar Valley. Braden, let's talk about last week's football games, kind of bring everybody up to speed. We had a great time. Of course, we had a great time eating. I mean, what else is there to do when you're grown men like we are? We think about food. So we made a first stop early on in our trip last Friday and had a fantastic meal. And then we got over to Edinburgh, first time to visit the football field at Edinburgh. Of course, we'd been there for basketball the prior February, but Cougars come away with a 44-20 victory against a 4-0 Edinburgh Lancer outfit. Give me your thoughts on that contest last Friday evening.
Yeah, you're in the community, and people, you kind of think, people say, well, Edinburgh's must not have been no good. No, they were good. They scored 2 touchdowns in 50 seconds. You aren't not good and do that. So the Cougars came out, played football, did a heck of a job maintaining their composure because there was a lot of antics that were going on. So we maintained composure. Defense stepped up, played well. Offense got going. We capitalized on some turnovers, and the Cougars were able to take that long bus ride home victorious.
It was a good trip back, and nobody got injured, and nobody got hurt or kicked out of a game or anything silly like that. But so we'll be playing with a full squad today, and we're going to discuss our opponent in just a little bit. But for now, we're going to send it back to the station for a 2-minute break. You're listening to North Daviess Cougar Football on Razor Radio Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats. As the North Daviess Cougar Marching Band honors America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, we can't hear the commercials.
The air feed's not very good. Yeah. No.
I don't know how Alan does it, but we can hear it loud.
Yeah. His second is 30 minutes, bud. Fantastic.
Sweet.
Back to Thurman H. Brown Field, Braden Wesner, John Mullen, and we are getting started in just a few minutes. We've got Linton and North Daviess. The Miners come in seemingly always undefeated here, and they are 5-0 coming into this matchup. Their last match up was last Friday night. They 50-40 at Boonville, and as we mentioned, the Cougars coming off a 44-20 victory at Edinburgh. Cougars sit 4-1. This contest, Braden, is always a tough one because Linton just reloads every year.
Yeah, they're just built for it. You know, the community thrives off of it. They really get wound up about it. You know, believe it or not, it's just crazy how much they reload. But the Cougars got their work cut out for them this afternoon, and we're gonna see what happens. You know, the Cougars are gonna come out. They're gonna play hard. We got a bunch of good kids. We're gonna get after it. I really look forward to a couple of kids that are back on the offensive and defensive line. You got Braden Pershing and
76 Ethan White.
Ethan White, both. That's going to be interesting for the Cougars. Maybe give Brock a little bit more time to sit back and throw some balls and really go through his progressions and make the right passes.
So 73, Braden Pershing, a senior lineman, making his debut this season. Bubby, as he's affectionately known, is a good athlete and has good size. Ethan White back after sitting out last Friday, so a couple of linemen, as you mentioned, Braden. Williams Brothers Pharmacy, one of the North Daviess football sponsors on the Razor. They asked for a prescription for success, and I always put you on the spot here. So just before kickoff, Braden, break us down a prescription for success if these Cougars are going to do good things here today against Linton.
I feel like it's going to be our skill players, our athletes. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. You know, all these games that we played so far, it's like I feel like we do have the better athletes overall at the skills positions. So I really want to see if we can utilize that and see if we can you know, use our speed and get some space and just see what happens.
Well, you know, you mentioned our athletes, and one of the athletes who's having a stellar junior year is our quarterback, and Brock Knepp. Brock's thrown several touchdown passes. I think he's only been picked off maybe once. Your thoughts on the budding star quarterback here at North Daviess and junior Brock Knepp?
Yeah, he's having a heck of a season. He has already thrown for over 1,000 yards, you know, and at North Daviess, that's kind of, I mean, I'm not a statistician guru of the past history, but I feel like to be at this point in the season and already throw for 1,000 yards, I don't necessarily know if that's happened entirely a lot, but it's almost been pretty quiet because, you know, night in, night out, you know, minus that first game, you know, he's improved a lot this season. It's really settled into that quarterback position, and I look forward to see what happens the rest of the season.
Well, we've got the Miners that will receive the opening kickoff. Number 20, Carter Jesse, will have the honors. Carter missing out on running the Shakamak invite today. Also on the tennis team, and we've talked about Carter being a three-sport fall athlete, but he's going to do the kickoff from the 40. Miners heading from north to south. It's going to be a squibber, and the Miners are going to pick it up at about the 26, and he's going to take it all the way back across midfield is number 6. And that's Russell Goodman, a freshman. That's 6'2", man. He's a freshman.
Rumbling and tumbling.
Yeah, so we're going to say he picked it up at about the 26, and we're going to say he ran it back to the 42. And I'm going to give him 32 yards.
That's a good return.
On that initial kickoff return. You will hear us call number 14, Hunter Jennings' name a lot. He's the quarterback of the Miners. He's already looking to throw a touchdown pass, and he already has done it, as number 13, Paul Oliver, the freshman, has scored on the first play. Braden, I'm not sure if you were even looking up when that happened.
I look up, and number 13, Paul Oliver's catching a touchdown pass, and he scores it.
42-yard TD throw. I mentioned Jennings, the quarterback. He found the freshman, another freshman, a large freshman in 6'3", 205, running back / wide receiver / defensive back / next year's quarterback for the next 3 years / coach's son in Paul Oliver. Touchdown Miners, and Nathan Frady, I believe 44, will do the kicking.
Frady with the extra point.
He made it. Frady is a tennis player. He was out here last night in the SWIAC, and now he's kicking extra points for Linton. 7-0. on the Insurance Shop scoreboard, Miners strike first. Let's take a minute, and we'll get back to action here. You're listening to North Daviess Cougar Football on Razor Radio Sports.
It was over.
Yeah, I mean it's just what Linton does. They want to absolutely annihilate us.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. I mean, I guess it's because I think it was back in 11 or 12 possibly. We gave them their worst loss in their history, so I think they're still mad about it.
No. We hear you, but we hear no ads. Okay. Back to Cougar Valley as Austin Webster fields the Miner kickoff and gets it back to about the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 North Daviess. Braden Wisner, you were looking down to write the yardage on the kickoff return down, and what you missed was Jennings finding Paul Oliver on the right sideline, which is the west side of the field, the visitor side, hitting Oliver in stride for a 42-yard TD.
Yeah, they're explosive.
Understatement of the season. Brock Knepp will hold on to it. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be wrapped up by, guess what, Paul Oliver, the freshman.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think Coach Fountain really found a nice little play in the quarterback option with Colt McNabb and Brock Knepp right there. Last week he was able to utilize that for some serious yardage, and looks like he's going to start out the game in that.
So 2nd and 9, we'll actually give Brock a yard. He's in the shotgun there, just behind the 30-yard line. Couple wide receivers on each side. Colt McNabb, the ball carrier. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more. And he's going to fumble the football. Really nice run for McNabb, and Linton puts the helmet into the ball, and the ball's loose.
I'll tell you what, Colt McNabb, you could drive a Mack truck through that hole. The line did a nice job giving him a hole, and Linton Miners put a nice little stick on him, and the ball popped out. Good run. Hey, that's showing some positive.
17-yard carry. Prior to the fumble, Linton falls on it. Now they'll have the ball at midfield, and
come on, D.
Already down 7-0. It's Jennings. He's going to throw it again. It's not a great throw.
Overthrew him by a mile.
Looking for Braden Walters, the junior wide receiver, DB / point forward for the Miners basketball team.
Him and Logan Weber out there at wideouts, I believe. They're basketballers. I know Coach Hart's holding his breath during all these football games, just hoping and praying these guys don't get injured.
A couple more touchdowns, and the Miners will pass the amount of points that the Miners scored on the basketball court against the Cougars back in January. Just kidding, Coach Hart.
Oh, man, that was a nice little run by the Miners right there. I think Elijah Sportsman in on the tackle.
So 3rd and 5, ball at about the 45-yard line. Cougars looking to get a big stop here, although it's probably 4th down territory here across.
Yeah, they're going to go.
Midfield.
This is 4th down territory here.
Jennings, keeper, 1st down.
Yeah.
And he's crossed the flag sticks. Takes about 3 or 4 Cougars with him, but he'll move the sticks. We're going to give Corey Andrews, number 4, the tackle on that.
Corey Andrews.
He's a good-looking freshman for North Daviess football.
Looks like there's going to be some battles. We got some freshmen and sophomores out there battling, and Linton's got some freshmen and sophomores out there battling. It's going to be years to come. It's going to be turned into a battle.
It's a Week 6 tradition here for the past couple of decades. Jennings looking to pass, and
incomplete. Try to do a little screen, a little wide receiver screen action right there. Kind of interesting. You don't see that type of a screen much in high school football.
2nd and 10. Linton, North Daviess on a Saturday morning here at Thurman H. Brown Field.
Might be the first time ever that they've met on a Saturday morning.
I would say you're probably right. Football tends to play through the weather conditions, but this wasn't related to the weather. This was a lighting issue here at Cougar Valley. And the carrier is Hunter Johns, a senior, and he's going to be close to the first down.
Austin Webster in on that tackle.
On the tackle of Johns.
3rd and short.
Let's get a stop here.
3rd and 1.
See if we can stuff him in the backfield.
Jennings. Oh, somebody's going to jump. Probably the Cougars.
Yeah, it's going to be a encroachment.
First down, Linton, without making them
guys are
snap the ball.
Them guys are sneaky. What they did was they were going to go on 2 there, and on the first hike they sent Walters in motion. Oh, counter.
Counter was handled nicely. McNabb.
Nice.
Playing defense, Elliott Park. And
good tackles.
Yeah, they read that one. What was that one? What was that play exactly, Braden?
It was a counter. They went to the fake screen to Walters and Webb here on the left-hand side. Then they just handed it to the wingback for a little counter, similar to what the Cougars do. But nothing was doing on that one.
7-0, early first quarter, 9 minutes to play. Jennings got a man.
Oh, my.
In number 23.
Just missed him.
Logan Webb, but
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Webb could not corral that pass. He may have had deer hunting on his mind this morning.
Possibly.
These Miners are well-versed in football, as everyone in the area knows and pretty much the state knows, because no one wants to play them in Week 6. We're the lucky opponent for them this season and have been for a number of years.
False start on the Miners.
Okay. All right, that'll back them up some. We're going to call it 3rd and 15.
Cougars, let's go.
Braden Wesner with a couple of claps because he sees that North Daviess has got a chance here, 3rd and 15, ball at the 29, and 2 down territory, but North Daviess has pushed Linton back just a little bit. And Jennings can get it done through the air and with his legs.
You gotta watch him. He's a scrambler.
Yeah. So 3rd and 15, ball on the 29, 8:40 showing on the clock. Thank you, John Burkhart. Knocked down, no flag.
It almost looked like offensive pass interference. Paul Oliver knew that he was not going to catch that football, and he just pushed Wyatt Bishop to the ground. It's kind of an interesting situation. 4th and 15.
Coach Fine working the sideline judge, but that's not his call. But I think the sideline judge agrees.
Holy smokes!
That one was missed.
It was right in front of the guy.
We appreciate Brian Patton in the white hat and his crew coming out here on this Saturday. North Daviess offsides. 4th and 15 now. 4th and 10. Cougars antsy. Just calling that antsy.
Yeah, we're just wound tight right now.
Yeah. Nice job by Wyatt Bishop of holding his ground when he was pushed off on.
He still almost caught the football.
Yeah. Oliver's a really good freshman football player. He ought to be. His dad's the coach. He's been around his whole life. 4th and 10. Cougars looking to get a big 4th down stop.
How? Oh, my. Cougars offsides.
No, don't be offsides.
Yep. They literally just got free 10 yards, folks. Right there.
So 4th and 15 is now a 4th and 5. Consecutive offsides penalties for North Daviess.
Oh, this is a killer.
And now the ball rests.
We've got to get a stop here.
At the 19 rather than the 29. And a 4th and 15 would have been a lot for Linton to try and recover, but now 4th and 5. They've got a variety of play options here, and I'll let Braden Wesner tell you about it.
Oh, stop short. Look at that.
Let's talk about Corey Andrews.
Corey Andrews coming in there and saying, no, not today.
Jennings
we're going freshman on senior right
Jennings
there.
was the ball carrier, the quarterback, and he couldn't sneak 5. He only got about 2 as
Come on, Cougs. Let's get some rolling here on offense.
Andrews penetrated the offensive line, and to this point in the season, in Week 6, boy, it'd be hard to argue with Corey Andrews being the most valuable defensive player.
Man, he he's already been in quite a few plays here for the Cougars.
So Brock Knepp will take over. The ball's on the 15, and the Cougars are going to pitch it out to McNabb, and he needs to get up the field. And he picks up about 4 yards, brought down by number 6, Russell Goodman. Again, a freshman. We saw him on the first play when he ran the kickoff back. And he also plays defense. So both teams with a few freshmen out here, as you mentioned, Braden. Good football for years to come. 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7. 8 minutes to play in the first quarter.
They're not even guarding one of our slot receivers.
Oh,
what?
I don't know.
I think they had the blitz coming, and I think
Brock had to get rid of it.
Brock had to get rid of it. He had a dude in his grill, and he just kind of short-armed it.
3rd and 7. So keeping Linton's pass rush at bay will be a key here on 3rd and 7. Ball at the 18, deep in Cougar territory.
I think that's what their main thing is their best pass defense is going to be a pass rush.
McNabb, the carry. He's not going to get very many, maybe 2.
You got to punt this, I believe.
Yeah.
You got to punt it.
Punting territory, 33.
But Coach Fine, he's a gamble man.
33, Ashton White.
He might go for it here.
How are you going for it here?
No, I think he's going to punt.
4th and 5 from the 20. That'd be a gamble for sure.
Big time.
Well, we could see a fake punt or two at some point today, but number 12 is Hunter Johns, back at about the 50-yard line midfield, waiting on the punt. That's Andrews who's going to give a punt. Nice boomer.
Oh, my. That
nice
was a
boomer.
punt and an absolute
Holy cow, Corey Andrews.
Holy smokes. That was he was standing on the 10 when he let that thing loose.
70. Well, I guess it goes from the line of scrimmage. Is that where the ball is hiked?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. From where he was standing, he was probably 70 yards.
Holy
So probably
smokes.
a 60-yard punt.
That was an absolute
Great job by Corey
bomb.
Andrews. He actually kicked it back to their 17-yard line.
That's a pretty cool deal there.
7:02 showing here from Cougar Valley. And we are at an 11 a.m. start. Linton 7, North Daviess 0. Miners with the ball. I don't know if this is trickeration. You're going to have to explain it to me. Braden?
It was just a simple little pitch out to the left-hand side to Braden Walters right here, trying to get something going off the edge. Cougars hands stay strong on that one.
So, hello, Alan Williams. Good morning. We're enjoying this broadcast so far. We had our donuts and probably have to have a little caffeine at halftime. But Miners on top. Jennings rolling out to his right, being tracked down by Andrews. Couldn't quite get to him. And
got him out of bounds. Yeah. Andrews almost had him there by the shoestrings, but couldn't get it done.
Picked up about 3. 3rd and 10. Check.
Andrews is definitely a freshman to take notice of, as the Cougar fans have seen, and listeners have heard his name throughout this season's North Daviess Cougar football broadcast. Thanks to all the sponsors in North Daviess football. Appreciate your support, as does Shake Broadcasting.
What's Bub doing?
We got they're
trying to draw
3rd and 6.
Again here.
Well, they've been successful a number of times here. Jennings, pass, open.
Oh, how?
Walters. And
Jennings, as a senior, made a really nice play. Corey Andrews was in his face, and he just threw a really nice pass to Braden Walters that caught it on the sidelines and turned it up for a first down.
27-yard pass play on 3rd down, and that'll move the sticks as Braden Walters came out for the football team and was supposed to be wide receiver only, according to Coach Hart. Now they've got him running options and counters and playing defense. And, obviously an athlete. Jennings passes out there to Oliver. Oliver's hard to bring down. He'll move the sticks.
Austin Webster got him down, thank goodness.
Yeah, good job by Webster. Probably prevented Oliver from running down his visiting team's sideline. Across midfield now, ball at the 41. So that's a 16-yard pass play. So Jennings is really throwing the ball well here in the
he's getting in some serious rhythm.
He's looking to throw it again. That one's going to be high.
High and outside.
Logan Webb, the intended target, needed to be 10 foot tall to have a chance to catch that one.
Corey Andrews, I don't understand what's going on here, but it's almost like they're not even like blocking him.
Yeah.
They're not even attempting to block him, and a running back's got to pick him up, and he's already got a full head of steam before he gets back there, and he's creating some havoc back there for Jennings.
22 Drew Boyd to our near side, covering Webb. That had all kinds of trickeration on it. The runner is Braden Walters.
There's a counter and
Oh,
a half
boy.
there.
That wasn't in the basketball playbook.
No, that was a nice little counter by Linton. They handed it to the running back and gave it to the wing back, Braden Walters, to run up the middle for a nice little gainer.
14 yards. First down, Miners, inside the 30 at about the, we'll call it the 28-yard line. 5:25 here to play. Miners driving. After a huge Corey Andrews punt, the Miners have been driving via the pass and on the ground. Is that
Nice
Hunter
tackle.
Johns?
Nice tackle by Matthew Wagler in the open space.
Johns brought down by Wagler. So the senior Matthew Wagler in on his first tackle of the morning, not the evening.
Not of the evening.
It's a gorgeous day here. But Linton is driving.
Linton's got some big offensive linemen.
Yeah, I'm starting to see some of those guys. They're wearing the white uniforms and the red pants, blue stripes. Cougars in the black tops, orange pants.
Quarterback
And,
power right here, just
that's
right
just,
up the
yeah,
gut.
that's a lot of power coming from Hunter Jennings. Listed at 6 foot 195. He's probably 5'11", 210. He's a truck.
He's a big boy.
Sits low, bench presses ungodly amounts, as do all these Miners. They throw the weight up starting in 6th grade, and you can see it out there on the field. 4:59 and counting. North Daviess needs to slow this Miner attack down. That's Jennings. He's got a guy.
Incomplete pass.
Complete.
Who was out there?
I want to say that was, who was on that coverage out there?
Matthew Wagler, nice coverage.
Good job, Wagler. Jesse Voigtchild was a sophomore intended receiver wearing number 8. So text us, let us know what you're up to here this morning. Cross-country kids are up at Shack-A-Mack running the invite, getting ready for next week's SWAC.
Yeah.
JV volleyball team was in Montgomery. There's another one of those counters, Voigtchild.
Christenberry in on that tackle right there. 8, tackling number 8.
There you go. 8s are wild here from Cougar Valley. 4.5 minutes to play. Linton is getting ever so close inside the 10 now from scoring their second touchdown. Their first was on a 42-yard pass play to open the game.
The Cougars stopped them down here the last time. Let's see if we can get it done this time.
Call it 3rd and 5. That's a touchdown, Oliver.
I couldn't see what happened. I was getting blocked. I thought it was going to be an incomplete pass because I couldn't even see Oliver with. We had some black jerseys over there, but.
Yeah, 10-yard TD pass. And Jennings finds Oliver again, senior to freshman. Coach calling his son's number, which is 13, and the 6'3", 205-pound freshman delivers his second reception for a touchdown. Nathan Frady, 1 doubles on a Friday, football kicker on a Saturday.
It's good.
Son of a Washington native Trent Frady makes the PAT. It's 14-0 Miners. You're listening to North Daviess Cougar football on Razor Radio Sports. Back in 60 seconds. Hey, Alan, good to hear from you.
There he is.
It's not the same without you.
You were awake. You just didn't go to bed. Alan got in the groove.
He got in the groove, couldn't get out.
Well, we're glad you showered, and everybody in Washington appreciates that too. They don't want to smell you on the west side. All those things. things. So this is different. Certainly not as large a crowd as it would have been last night, but Linton brought a typical decent crowd. (14-0) here. Linton, 4:15 to play in the first quarter. The Miners will kick to North Daviess after their second touchdown, and that's Corey Andrews, who's going to pick up the football and bring it out to about the 32-yard line. Hello, my old friend Zachy Taylor, and even older friend Marky Taylor. Shout out to you guys. Good to hear from you. Checking out the Cougars on the radio. Braden Wesner and John Mullen here, and we are happy to be here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Breezy. We had to shut the door up here, Braden.
Yeah, it's a lot different than last Friday night we were up here, I can tell you that.
Cougar football, 32-yard line. They are heading from south to north, and Brock Knepp takes the snap, and Colt McNabb is
kind of lost his footing. I'd like to see if he wouldn't have lost his footing.
Yeah, we're going to give him maybe a yard on the play, but you're right. McNabb tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. His first run was a 17-yarder, but he coughed it up. And
Coughed it up.
You know, it was a really nice tote from Colton McNabb, the sophomore, but Linton Helmet stuck that ball out, and the Miners are well-versed in recovering fumbles. Under 4 minutes to play. Daughter Colleen playing volleyball today, a little bit south of us. Shout out to Sarah. Oh, Brock Knepp smashed.
Absolutely smoked.
33, Ashton White, junior linebacker. And Knepp felt that collision.
He was looking for Drew Boyd, going to try to go deep on him, and he was getting tackled right as he was throwing it. He stuck his nose right in there and tried to deliver. He was tough on that play.
Well, Brock Knepp was a target last year of this Miner defensive front, and as the quarterback, you just got to stand in there and try and deliver it the best you can. So 3rd and 9.5, if you will. High snap, Knepp handles it, and that's the same defender in number 33, Ashton White, and Brock Knepp is going to be taken down for a 10-yard, we'll call it a 8-yard sack.
Yeah, they're just they're taking the approach as our best pass defense is going to be a pass rush.
Yeah.
We're going to get back there. We're going to try to get after the quarterback, and that's exactly what they're doing right now.
So Corey Andrews had a booming punt in the last possession on 4th down. We'll see if he can duplicate that. A couple of Miners back in, Walters and Johns, and this one is not nearly
as
pretty.
good, but it was still decent.
Ball going to be roll out of bounds at about the, we'll say right around the 48.
We got a flag.
And what do we got a flag for? Let's find out what the call is. We haven't had many flags to this point outside of a couple of encroachments.
I think illegal formation. They're going to decline it.
So, again, Brian Patton, the White Hat, and his crew, thanks for coming out. It was not easy to find a crew on a Saturday morning. These folks worked Friday night football and had to bounce back up this morning, and a lot of them probably had to change their plans. A few of them probably were doing lower-level games, so we appreciate having them so that we could play this contest, Braden. There's a shortage of football officials, so we're thrilled to have 5 guys out there.
To the right side here. Corey Andrews comes from the left side, makes the tackle, runs him down.
Hunter Johns was the carrier, and again, Andrews. That was kind of a slow-moving play. Was something that's supposed to pop or develop there, Brady?
No, just out to the jet sweep, kind of out to the right-hand side, and the Cougars just stretch the play out like they're supposed to do. Just stretch it out and let your linebackers make plays, and Corey Andrews was able to come from this weak side here and run him down.
I know Michigan State, but I don't know much about what you just said. And hopefully we won't see a lot of Michigan State this season.
Possibly false start here.
Flag again. I jinxed us here, Braden. I'm going to knock on wood and say, let's hope we don't have a ton of those. Is that going to go against Linton? All right.
Yep. There we go.
So now it's 2nd and 15.
I'd say watch the ball here, defense. I mean, when they give up five yards like that, Linton likes to try to just get it back just as easy.
Yeah. We've seen that a couple times, all right. Already 2:04 showing here in this first quarter. And Jennings is going to be brought. Well, they wrapped him up.
Called
it dead.
They're going to call it dead before the pass. Jennings was able to get it off. We couldn't bring him down, but they're going to say he stopped his forward progress, and it's going to be a sack. Nice play by Andrews right there. And I don't know what's – Linton Myers better figure that out. That's going to be a hot topic of conversation. It's going to be trying to block Corey Andrews.
12-yard loss on that QB sack. Andrews had some help, but he was the first one there, so give him the sack credit. He's out here on this right end spot. Braden Pershing's 73, and maybe that's why. Maybe Braden Pershing's the reason Corey's able.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, Pershing.
It's kind of crazy.
They may have a couple guys taking on Pershing, but Andrews is definitely getting room, and that's going to be a pass out of bounds. I hope.
They're going to say incomplete.
Okay.
He was out of bounds. It was a nice reception by Braden Walters, but he was just out of bounds.
Is that Bishop out there? 21?
Wyatt Bishop just pushed him out.
Oh boy, Wyatt, way to hold your ground. What's Linton going to do? Will they punt?
Linton's coach is kind of fired up, saying that Miners need to get going and quit taking it easy.
Yeah. Well, that pass was caught by Walters, but his foot, I guess one of his feet was probably out of bounds when he caught it. They're punting. It's probably the freshman Oliver on the punt, and it's a decent one. Not great, not bad. Down to about the 30.
Come on, offense.
We are under a minute here in the first quarter in North Daviess offense. Outside of McNabb's first carry, Cougars haven't got much going offensively, and you've talked about Linton's pass rush having a lot to do with that.
Yeah, the thing of it is the Cougars really like to have some misdirection here and there and then drop back to pass. Well, we're doing that, and by the time we actually drop back to pass when we've went through our fakes, they're going to let Brock Knapp's got Linton Miner in his face.
Yep. So, see how Brock fares on this possession. The last couple, he was taken down by Ashton White, 33.
Uh-oh.
And
Austin Webster
that's a first down and then some.
Nice play call by Coach Fine there. What Coach Fine did right there was he said, "Okay, Miners, you're gonna come out and blitz us. We're going to have some quick passes. We're going to just drop back, get the ball out of Brock Knapp's hands quick, and then let athletes be athletes and make plays." And that's exactly what happened there.
Austin Webster was last Friday night's, I won't say hero, but he played a huge role last Friday, and that's his first touch on offense today. So Knapp to Webster, and give him credit for 14 yards, 1st and 10. And McNabb's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not much room to run there for the sophomore tailback. Linton getting penetration on the line. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's Linton 14, North Daviess 0. Listen to Cougar Football on the Razor back in 1 minute.
That's what you got to do.
Well,
if they're going to pass rush like that, you just got to make quick throws. They are bringing everybody in their dog. We are heading into the second quarter.
It's the Linton-Stockton Miners 14 at North Daviess 0. We'll switch directions. North Daviess now will be taking the ball from north to south. And Braden Wesner, a couple of scoring strikes through the air for Linton has given them this 14-0 lead. Brock Knepp, you talked about, got to find some quick strikes.
Yep, the quick strikes is going to be the key if they're going to bring everybody and their dog on the rush.
And Colton McNabb will take the pitch from Knepp. And
really nice blocking out there by Drew Boyd out there at the wide receiver position. Really made that play go.
Nice job by McNabb of picking up 4 yards. Mr. Jed Gerald's our principal on the PA, calls it 3rd and 6. We'll go with that.
He's doing a heck of a job.
Mr. Gerald's the ultimate Cougar. He was probably here before anybody.
Yep.
Getting the flags out.
He lives here.
The guy is, he's the ultimate administrative support for Mr. Brent Dalrymple, the AD, as Mr. Gerald's supervises a lot of athletic events.
Ah! It's going to be false start. Dang.
False start against the Cougars. Boy, they've had several of those, Braden.
I don't know if it...
Is that just like a...
We were trying to draw them off sides, and I felt like they had a little neutral zone infraction, but it wasn't called, and then somehow the Cougars... I didn't see who jumped or what. It didn't stand out to me. I just seen they threw the flag and called the play dead, so it had to be a false start.
Now 3rd and 11. Second quarter just beginning. Cougars with the ball, facing a Linton defense that hasn't given them much space in the open field. Brock Knepp set to pass. He's going to run instead. And he went
slid.
down. Yeah,
he
saw 51 Wrigley Franklin zeroing in on a target.
That might be the smart play, actually.
I'm going to give him credit for deciding.
That is a very smart play.
We're
going to punt.
Get headbutted.
We're going to punt right here.
Franklin is a man-child, 6'3", 225. Kindly, another one of Coach Hart's senior class basketball players, and a really, really good football player. Okay. Is that Corey Andrews?
Yep, another decent punt.
All right, picked up by Hunter Johns. Thought he stepped out. No call. There's a flag. I saw something against him.
I don't know
We'll see if it was called or not.
Didn't see what happened. Block in the back, possibly?
Felt like number 4 made a block in the back.
Yeah. It's actually going to be a hold.
That'll work. That'll work too, I think.
Same difference.
Mm-hmm. Block in the back probably occurred first.
It almost looked like John stepped out over here on the near sideline as he gathered the football. Looked like he was right on the re-signal. The re-signal of the block in the back.
Okay.
That's the re-signal.
So it is a block in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Punt was a good one from Andrews. His third punt. His first one was a monster. Second one average. That one another good one. And we'll tack on the penalty. Linton takes over possession from the 27-yard line. And that's Hunter Johns, I would say, amongst a large group
Bubby
of Cougars.
Pershing in there.
73, Braden Pershing, Bubbalicious, as we sometimes refer to him as, with a takedown of Hunter Johns. And not many picked up, if any, on that carry. And we'll give him 2.
Yeah, Bub, he
Second
got
down
in
from the
there and he
29.
wasn't letting go.
No. Good to see Pershing playing in week 6, and we hope to keep him healthy the rest of the way. He was hurt in the scrimmage.
Got him! Corey Andrews, nice play. Came off the edge there, and Linton tried to get a little cute with it and do some trickeration. And Corey Andrews
Coach Oliver wants a timeout. He is.
Oh, he's fired up.
Probably trying to figure out how Corey Andrews made his way out of Greene County and made it down to Daviess County. Good football players like that don't get away from Linton very often. Hey, timeout Linton. We'll take one too. 14-0 Miners. You're listening to Cougar Football on Razor Radio Sports.
I don't understand this. I don't even block him at times. I don't understand this.
Do you think it's because they got 2 guys on ball?
I don't know why they run, but
There's Corey just that athletic. He's rare.
I don't understand. It's just, I love it. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just, at halftime, we got to make that adjustment because we would be making
Maybe that's why Coach Oliver wanted a timeout.
We wanted to discuss this. He was fired up at that timeout.
Yeah, he was. Back to Cougar Valley. 3rd and a long way to go. And we'll see if the Cougars do their jobs as
Stuffed them up.
Andrews picked up a 9-yard sack, his second of the day, to force 3rd and 20, and then a short pass was wrapped up. So 4th down, Miners will punt deep in their own territory here. So nice defensive work on that possession, Braden.
Looks like the Cougars maybe figured some things out, possibly, and Linton's all sorts of flustered on this situation.
Miners are going to kick it. And pretty good punt. Past the 50. Careful there, Austin Webster.
It's all right. It's a good pickup. Save some yards.
And Brock Knepp will take over at midfield. We're at 9:35 in the second quarter. It is matinee football here from Thurman H. Brown Field.
The Cougars have got their best field position starting so far, I believe.
No, you're exactly right. Actually, across midfield.
Yeah, across midfield.
Webster fielded that punt and picked up about 5 or 6 yards to get it across midfield. Ball at the 48. Cougars trailing 14-0, but as Braden alluded to, good field position. See what Brock Knepp can do here on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up.
We went Wildcat right there with Austin Webster and Colton McNabb in the backfield, and Brock Knepp was just a receiver out here. And normally when that happens, it's pretty well going to be a run.
Yeah, if you're going to hike it to McNabb, he's probably going to carry it. So Knepp back on the field for 2nd and 12 as McNabb is going to lose a couple there. The old Wildcat. Well, it worked against Sullivan on the hardwood, didn't it?
It did.
Mark.
He knows.
Heard from Marky this morning. He was hoping Linton wouldn't hold the ball.
Yeah, Mark. He was wondering if there was any way that Miners could hold the ball in football.
No.
They're not.
No.
I can tell you that.
They're not going to. They're trying to pile up as many points as possible. Ball at the 50. Do you feel like there was a hold out there on that, pass play? Potentially a pass interference?
I felt like it was it could have been called.
Yeah,
I mean,
Matt
I
was
understand
open.
kind of where it wasn't, but at the same time, it could have been called.
Yeah, looked like Matt was being held a little bit, but no call. 3rd and 11. Maybe 3rd and 12, actually. Ball at the 50. Cougars need to make something happen. See if they can pick up a 1st down here in their best field position. Brock Knepp.
Just ate up. I mean,
he saw number 9 out here open and actually looked at Justin Smith, but by the time he thought about throwing it somewhere else, he was being sacked.
Man, that hurts the Cougs because, you know, if he doesn't take that sack and it's just an incomplete pass, say that, you could still probably go for it. It's right at the 50. But instead, you're forced, you have to punt it right
4th
here.
and 18, yeah, no doubt about it. Andrews, the freshman, will punt. And let's avoid the block punt. And, yeah, Wrigley
Just
Franklin
about
was in
did.
there. Almost got a big paw on it. Andrews gets a decent, favorable bounce, but the ball will be taken about the 31. Let's take a 30-second break. 14-0 Linton. You're listening to North Daviess football on on the Razor.
We're going to get some sponsors in there, probably.
Yeah. Get a few sponsors in there, yeah.
I just know the insurance shop's closed.
Pass to Oliver was good.
Back to North Davies. Linton takes over after the punt. And who else but Paul Oliver, the freshman, number 13, with a first down catch, Braden.
Yeah, it was a little quick out, and Hunter Jennings hit him with a nice pass.
13-yard pass play. Braden Walters, the carrier. And number
Matthew
2.
Wagler,
Nice job,
nice
Matthew.
tackle.
Walters probably will get a yard. No. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Miners have it on the 45.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that Walters was just more of a wide receiver, and heck, he's getting handoffs and running up the middle and kick returning and playing free safety defense. And I think
You know anybody who can insure those knees, Braden?
Oh, the insurance shop.
Insurance shop. And the insurance shop scoreboard shows 14 for the guests and 0 for the Cougars. That's Jennings on the keeper.
Right up the middle.
3rd and 5. But, yeah, Braden, you and Mr. Johnny Britton, proud Cougar supporters on the airwaves.
We try to be.
And I got to get down there and get some bigger T-shirts.
Yep, the bigger T-shirts. Gave you the wrong size.
Well, you know,
last
you'd think
time.
a guy like me could get into 2X, but you'd be wrong.
Well, you told me 3X. I thought I gave it to you, but I didn't.
Too many donuts.
Uh-oh.
Somebody-
Jennings down the right side, and he's probably gone.
Jennings from 55 yards. Or,
Jennings was the
excuse me,
keeper all the way down to the
boy, that
touchdown.
that took no time. 3rd and 5, and it's 50-yard tote at the 6:47 mark. The quarterback, the senior Jennings, does it with his legs. He's got 2 TD throws and now a TD rush. 20-0, Braden. You see how that happened?
Yeah, it looked like it was just a QB run. He caught it. He didn't fake nothing. It was with Jennings at quarterback. When you have your best athlete at quarterback, which he is, and it gives you all sorts of options, and they literally just ran. I mean, there's no reason to hand it off to anybody because he's their best running back too, and he just ran off to the right side for a touchdown.
Frady's kick through the uprights, 21-0. The visitors from Linton-Stockton with a 3rd touchdown and point after. We are going to take a 1-minute break. You're listening to North Daviess Football on Razor Radio Sports. What's your bride doing today, Braden?
She's on the Daviess County barn.
Oh, the barn tour started at the round barn.
Started at the round barn, that's correct. That's what she's tearing up. I assume yours is Volleyball City?
What's that?
I assume yours is Volleyball City?
Yeah, they're about to win against Perry Central, I think.
Well, that's good. They came back and beat the Lions.
Broke the Lions' hearts again.
That's insane. I seen that. I hate hearing that. Madison Ramsey doing any good for him? The Lions?
She had a heck of a game
Did
Thursday.
she really?
Makes a huge difference.
Does she? Dang.
Yes, sir.
Braden Walters kicking off.
Braden Walters, Linton-Stockton kicker here from the 40. 21-0 Miners, 6:47 to go before halftime. And Braden Wesner spots his namesake, Braden Walters, out there. Look at that boot. What could this kid not do?
That could be trouble. Oh, no. Okay, got lucky.
Yeah.
Got lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened right there was it was kicked, and it almost looked like it went off the shoulder of Brock Kane
It
and
did.
then out of the back of the end zone. They're going to say touchback, which I believe that should have been a safety. He touched it, but maybe not. I was wrong once.
Kind of what's on my brain.
I thought for
I'm
sure.
okay that's not going to happen.
Oh,
But
I love it. It didn't happen.
if
But,
you touch the ball and then it goes out,
yep,
oh well.
out of the
Hey.
back of the end zone.
Whatever. North Daviess ball from the 20.
Come on, Cougs.
Middle of the second quarter. Really nice day for Saturday morning football. But there's a lot of other football being played today as well. Braden, we're taking the place of the IU Cincinnati game here on the airwaves, by the way. We
kidding.
take precedence. Dwayne Shake and Shake Broadcasting bringing you local coverage first. And I'm sure they'll try and get into the IU game after we are finished here.
I would say they probably will.
But they'll also bring you Colts football on Sundays on the Razor. And Colts have not had a good start to the season. IU football's hung on to be 3-0. I have no idea how.
I hate talking about this, but they might be
This is not
worst
good.
3-0.
Check out our monitor.
Oh, no.
This is not good. This is the last thing we needed to happen.
Scoreboard out. We got no lights, so.
Oh, boy. So, Alan Williams, let's take a break. The scoreboard now is not on at Thurman H. Brown Field. That's not what we were looking for, so we're going to have to take a break until we can get a scoreboard going. 21-0 Linton. We do know the score. It's listen to North Daviess football on the Razor.
So many things that can go wrong, I would say.
It will be longer than a minute. Of course it will, because
We're doing the radio.
I think the scoreboard went out, and we're on the radio. Nothing here. Probably on the board.
Oh, no kidding. Ours is working. Somehow.
Yes, sir.
Survive and advance.
Sectional champion T-shirts 2022. Survive and advance.
Survive it and advance it.
You get out of sectional 63,
Yeah, you just got to survive.
you got a chance. And this is North Daviess football version. We're surviving and advancing. Light poles going down in storms, scoreboards turning off and coming back on, and we're back under play here as Colt McNabb's going to grab the pitch from Brock Knapp and maybe pick up a yard, maybe two. 6.5 and counting. So Braden Wisner, we have power.
We're back.
And I think is it third down now?
Third and some.
Yeah, boy, 3rd and 11.
I wouldn't thought we would have lost a yard on that. Maybe a game.
North Daviess badly needs to pick up a first down. We're going to try. Brock Knapp, Elliott Park.
He maybe rolled for a first down.
Give
right
him the
there.
first down.
Give him the
We're
first
paying you
down.
extra today.
You know it.
We're paying you extra. You're getting extra in your paycheck already.
Come on, refs. Oh! I didn't give it to us. No.
That is not.
No.
That's not what you expect.
Whoa, now. Think about
It's
this.
just not what you expect at home.
Let's talk about this for a second.
Move
I mean,
the
he
ball.
rolled past the
Look at Brian Patton saying,
There we are.
I've got an earpiece, or he's got an earpiece. He's here to
Holy
attention.
He rolled past the 30-yard line. That was where the first down mark. I mean, it was clearly going to be a first down.
Oh, my goodness. Brian Patton, thank you. The white hat steps in.
I
says, Mullen
appreciate
put
that.
5 extra each on our checks. The least we can do is give him a first down. Athletic department. That's a $25 first down, people. So, Knapp found Elliott Park, and Park did the rest. Austin Webster is not going anywhere on that. Is that a counter?
Yeah, that was the old Cougar counter that we usually just rip people up on, and that's not what happened.
Yeah, I'm learning the lingo here. That guy's so large I can't see the front of his jersey. 9, number 9. I thought number 9 was like a number that you wouldn't wear on the line.
Is he a linebacker?
It
is. I don't really know.
Ty Boyd, 6'1", 210. They don't make Boyds that size in Daviess County.
No, they don't. They don't. But we got one on the Cougar football team. He's having a nice year. Receiver.
Drew Boyd.
Drew Boyd.
Not quite 210, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, he ain't that big.
No. Nip looking to pass. Looking to run.
Uh-oh.
Looking to not get hammered. Nice slide.
Nice. That's a great slide. Great slide. I love the slide.
Brock's hit a few doubles in his day.
He knows how to slide.
Over on Wayne Davis Field, so.
He knows the deal.
He also knows the body slam happened last year.
Yeah, he
hit the ground. He's learned. He's coachable.
Very coachable.
Ball at the 37. We'll call it 3rd and 3.5. North Davis picked up a first down. Are they going to pick up another? Yes, they are.
Oh, face mask, right?
How did they miss the face mask?
How did we miss the face mask on that, right?
Austin Webster is going to move the sticks.
Nice play by Austin Webster to catch that.
It's like the side judge here got caught watching Webster catch it and then forgot to see Linton drag him down by the face mask.
Pass to Webster was good for another North Daviess.
Mr. Jed Gerald's the voice of the Cougars on the PA, talking about another Cougar first down.
Another. Keep driving.
Stay on your feet, McNabb.
There we are.
Now,
the Cougars are rolling. Colt McNabb took that run right up the middle, and he stiff-armed the back of his own player so hard that it stiff-armed the Linton Miner in front of him, and he fell down.
it's like a get out the way, yo.
Coming through.
Under 3.5 to play, the Cougars actually 3 first downs consecutively.
Got a little
We
rhythm
can call
going.
this a successful drive to this point.
Yeah, it is.
Cross midfield, ball at the 44. North Davis would love to put points on the board here before half. And McNabb is taken down quickly on that play. I'm sure you've got a name for it.
No, just a run up the middle.
Okay.
Colt McNabb's a little gingerly getting up. I don't like seeing that, but
Justin Smith, number 9, in. He'll be a wide receiver target. And these Cougar offensive linemen giving Brock Knipp a little bit of time here.
Yeah.
And not an easy thing to do against this Linton. Oh, Brock Knipp stuck.
Oh my!
Was it picked? It was picked.
It's going to come back. Whatever happens does not even matter at this point because there's a block in the back.
Yeah.
It does not matter. He is absolutely running for a touchdown for no reason. Zero reasons.
We're not even going to talk about a touchdown because it's coming back. Braden Wisner's all over this call. Number 14, Hunter Jennings, the quarterback.
It's coming back. I mean, as soon as he catches it, number 5, blocked in the back, Austin Webster. I mean, he ran around for 400 yards for a touchdown. Nice athletic play, but it's coming all the way back.
So, it was a pick though, right?
Yes, it was a pick.
And I'll tell you, Brock Knipp took a hit. 69. Hank Jennings, Hunter's brother, his younger brother, Hank Jennings, absolutely.
I didn't see that. I was watching the ball.
69. Hank Jennings put his shoulder into Brock Knipp when he released that ball.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it was.
Is he all right? I mean, he's all right, right?
Yeah.
Is he up?
Yeah. Colt McNabb has caught his breath after trying to chase down the older Jennings on the run back. So what do we got there? We got an interception, but a block in the back, which will negate the touchdown.
Yeah, and it goes from the spot of the foul, so it's right as the catch. So it goes 15. No, I think it's 10 yards right from the interception.
So honestly, that's
It's
kind of
all
as
right,
good as a
yeah.
punt. And if the Cougars are not going to score, that's probably just as good as a punt. And the ball carrier is number 12.
Hunter Johns.
So a turnover at the 2.5-minute mark, an interception.
We got to get a stop right here. We have to have this stop before half.
Right. We don't need the momentum
We don't.
continue to stay on Linton's side. Knepp's pass was intended down towards the end zone, but again, he was thwarted by the incoming pass rusher, Hank Jennings, and Hunter Jennings picked that pass off. Linton has run the ball back via Hunter Johns back to the 39-yard line. Jennings passes. Braden Walters. Ganji.
He's wide open.
Kind of coasting, but he is wide open.
Jennings to Walters.
Board beat.
Was good.
And Braden, you said this couldn't happen, and it did. 61-yard Braden Walters touchdown.
Well, dang.
Yeah, that's about the extent of it. 1:39 playing before halftime. The Cougars were driving, turned the ball over via an interception, and Hunter Jennings makes the Cougars pay with his third touchdown pass. This one to junior Braden Walters. And Frady does his job. 4 for 4 on PATs, 28-0. Linton-Stockton. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Cougar Football on Razor Radio Sports.
Dang it.
It's like,
6'5", 190, athletic.
they tell Coach Hart he's just going to be a receiver. How about this? How about I don't even think Webster in the game.
Well, he was a target twice in the first quarter, and neither pass was very good.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, he's not even been out there since then.
Like I said, he'd rather be hunting. He told me that. He texted me that. Football on the Razor Radio Sports. Back to Cougar Valley, and your home team now behind 28-0 to Linton-Stockton after that 61-yard pass play. Braden, that was a killer, a backbreaker.
That was. If the Cougars could have got a stop right there before half, you feel good about it. And now look, here we are at 28-0, but we got a minute 30 to maybe drive, get something going, maybe have something happen, and maybe we'll get a score of our own.
$1:33 to play before intermission. And North Davis's last drive, they picked up 3 first downs across midfield, and then Brock Knepp was looking deep, and pass was intercepted. So at down 28-0, you feel like the Cougars are going to have to throw the ball a little bit. And this is Austin Webster. And Webster's out of bounds after catching it. How many yards is he going to pick up? I'm going to give him.
Is it first down or not?
I don't think it was a first down. Second, we'll call it a 9-yard pass play.
Nice pickup on the screen. I'm telling you, these short passes, that's the only way we're going to get anything done.
125.
Short passes and some runs.
So that play took 8 seconds. And nice job by Webster. Same play. First down and then some. What do we got, a hold? See a flag. Just put that flag in your pocket at 28-0.
Please.
That really wasn't that bad of a hold.
It didn't affect the play.
Not at all. Catch was already made.
They want to make sure they're here. They're making their extra money. They want to be known.
Catch was already made. The first down had already happened.
But we're going to bring it back.
Yeah, we're going to really do this. So, minute 20 now, and that penalty's everything that Webster gained is
nothing.
Is Ganji. 2nd and 11. And the energy of a Saturday morning for North Daviess has been deflated, mostly through the air of Linton's quarterback, as his 3 touchdown passes have really hurt the Cougars' secondary.
It's coming that way.
2nd and 10. Hey, what are we waiting on? Delay a game?
Oh, the Cougars shooting themselves in the foot. Delay game.
Another 5-yard penalty will really push him into no man's land. Now the ball at the 17. So,
dang, we had something going there. Here we are.
2nd and 14. And ball at the 18. So it's all Linton-Stockton. A lot going on for folks on this Saturday morning, and we'll just let you know that the next 2 Cougar football broadcasts will also be on Saturdays with the situation with the light poles here. Probably not a bad idea to give some North Daviess personnel some props, as the Cougar maintenance department, custodians, and including one of our volunteer assistant coaches who also works for the school, Alex Steffi, down there on the sideline. Alex and Daryl Wagler, the maintenance director, had to get this field picked up and put back together. And the power company had to come out and take the poles down, so we have no lights, and we will be playing Saturday football the next 2 weekends.
Yep, hip, hip, hooray.
Yep.
I don't mind this Saturday thing, kind of, really.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like maybe it takes away from the student.
Yeah, it takes
section.
away from the student section a little bit.
And we really need to do a good job this week during Spirit Week, Homecoming Week, Spirit Dress. We really need to push homecoming for Saturday. Get kids out here and recognize their classmates on the homecoming court. So we're going to try and push attendance out here for our student body next Saturday.
3rd and 14. Oh, bad snap.
Please.
I think Miners might have it.
If they do, what's it mean? Touchdown?
It's gonna be on the 1.
And they're not going to get
the
a touchdown
Miners
out
have
of
it. It's theirs at the 1. But they're not losing their minds, so I think it's our ball at the 1. We got a punt out of our own end zone. This is about to be interesting.
Brock Knepp shaking up on the play. And probably a good time for a Cougar timeout. We might as well take one, Alan. Give us a 30-second timeout. 28-0 just before halftime. Listen to Cougar football on Razor Radio Sports. We might make it a minute.
Congratulations to the North Daviess tennis team for winning SWIAC last night. Congratulations, tennis. All 7, 3 singles, 1, 2, and 3 singles, doubles 1 and 2. Made all conference. Way to go.
Yeah, make it a full. Give me another 30 seconds. Thanks, kid. The ball's on like the half-yard line, isn't it?
This is gonna be a. This has got disaster written all over it.
Is that what it is? 4th and forever.
8 mile.
What's the plan here?
I don't know.
So 1:09 to play before halftime, and it's 4th and forever.
There's some in the house, I think.
And North Daviess.
What is going on?
I'm not sure what the plan was there. Basically, what I saw was a safety.
What? Why?
I'm not sure. Because we could have punted there, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was it was 4th and 32 according to the scoreboard.
What?
And the Cougars were on the half-yard line. And
Buck Knepp got the ball.
We did not have a kicker out there. Corey's our punter.
He ran out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Now we are going to kick the ball off to the Miners with 1:09 to go. And I just don't.
We gave him a safety.
They essentially gave him a safety, and they're going to get the football back with 1:09 to go where they can score again. Which essentially, if we just would have punted, we would have been given the ball back, but I don't think we would have given 2 points. It could have been blocked for a touchdown. I don't know.
I'm not sure what the idea is there. We'll have to figure that out later. It's 30-0 Linton-Stockton. And again, rather than punting, we chose to run out of the back of the end zone, pretty much unsolicited.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if they didn't think they had enough
room to get the punt off.
Room to get the punt off. You know, he can't even get his normal steps, and it's about been blocked every time. I don't know what's going on there.
Not sure either. But Carter Jesse will do this free kick. I think that's what it's called after a safety, and it's kicked from the 20. So Linton's going to have great field position as they're heading south to north. So I got to write that down. 109, unsolicited safety. Don't see that very often, if ever.
Interesting.
Yeah. Took a while for everybody to kind of figure it all out.
I think everybody's confused. I'm still confused.
Yeah. So we'll see if Jesse squibs this. He does.
The old squib.
And number 8's going to pick it up, and
he might take it.
He's going to get tackled.
No.
But
Good by Matthew Wagler. Good tackle.
Jesse Voichild picks the kickoff, or the free kick up. But again, Linton with right at a minute to go can score again. And ball at the 34, so if Linton gets 34 yards to the house in the next minute, the clock will run in the second half.
That is a very good point. It's not a good point. We don't want the Cougars down, but that is a point that needs to be known to those listeners at home.
So we hope you are listening. Maybe you're not at home. Maybe you're out tasking on this Saturday or multi-athleticing, as so many families do these days. But we are here calling Cougar football on a Saturday, as we will be the next 2 Saturdays. Next Saturday, North Decatur, the undefeated Chargers come visit.
Has anybody scored on them yet?
Yeah, they did get scored on, but not very many points in 6 games. And then another North Canucks shows up the following Saturday for senior night.
False start on the Miners.
All right. So 5-yard penalty against Linton, 2nd and 15. John Burkhart back on the camera. If you're watching
we're glad to have him back.
Facebook, YouTube Live. Condolences to him on the passing of his father, but glad to have John back doing the camera work. There was a penalty. No call. Andrews was dragged down. Patton saw it and let it go because it's 30-0, but Andrews was held on that. Probably could have picked up his 3rd sack. No call. And my bride, Sarah Mullen, let me know that our daughter won her volleyball match, and your bride's on the barn tour.
She's on the barn tour. It's kind of a big deal in Daviess County.
It's like barnstorming. Braden Wesner. This is Braden Walters. And Braden Walters is just kind of crazy athletic.
Nobody can bring him down.
Like he should have been tackled 3 or 4 times ago.
Like, I don't understand.
Like Coach Fine's just sitting there like, how in the world did
how does that even happen?
we not tackle a really tall,
lanky
guy, like but he's not a beast. He's very athletic.
We had him wrapped up twice.
He's slithery, I guess. And 39 yards with 34 seconds to play. Walter's 2nd TD through the air. Hey! He missed it.
Oh, he missed it.
He missed it.
Cougs catch a break.
Walter's touchdown. 36-0. Freddie's point no good. Actually, the official caught it. He kind of shanked it off the end of his toe. There's 34 seconds to play before halftime. It's not quite halftime. We'll stay here, and then we'll take a nice long break at half. But Allen back at the station. It is 36-0 Linton-Stockton here. There will be a running clock in the second half. We just hope the clock stays on. We hope we keep power in the second half. Braden Wesner, kind of a quiet point with what's happened here in the past minute. Kind of hard to understand.
I still don't understand it. I guess we'll have to move on from it, and we'll get an explanation. I'm sure there's a reason. But, yeah, the Cougars came out in the first quarter, and when we were right there, we stopped them on a couple drives, and we got some things going of our own, and I really thought we were here to battle. And then all of a sudden, Linton Minor's athleticism just took over.
And it did. And at 21-0, the Cougars were driving. But there has been a couple more scores since then. Throw in a safety, and that's how we got to 36-0. Linton kicking off. Walters handling those responsibilities. Brock Kane is taken down.
So if this Cougar offense does, I don't know if we can knee it, survive the half.
I think at this point, if we're going to run out of the back of the end zone and take a safety, I don't know why we'd be trying to score now.
Yeah.
Brock Knapp's made it this far. No, he's not gotten hurt to this point, so I hope we can keep that up. We don't want to lose our quarterback here in Week 6 the way we did last year. Linton just looks big at all the spots, don't they?
Oh, they're just huge.
Athletic and big.
Cougars are playing hard though. We're not playing hard. I'll just tell you that right now. We're
Colton McNabb, the carrier.
We're playing hard.
Another senior, 6'3", 200, Aiden Giles on the stop. Yeah, I mean, North Daviess front line on both sides of the ball are doing their best. They're not doing a bad job. I mean, clearly Linton has really good players up front, but North Daviess is holding their own, but they've just not been able to get anything going offensively. It's halftime from Thurman H. Brown Field. All Linton-Stockton, 36-0. We appreciate those who are tuning in to us on a Saturday now. I guess Saturday afternoon, it's 12:17. We're going to take a nice station break. Alan back at the station will get us back here in just a little while. We'll recognize our sponsors. I don't know if we'll have a commissioner's corner or not, but Braden Wesner and John Mullen here from Cougar Valley. Back in a little while. You're listening to Cougar Football and Razor Radio Sports. We're going to take a little break here, Al.
Yeah, please do. We're going to take a nice little break.
Please welcome to the field for your halftime entertainment, the North Daviess Cougars Marching Band. This show was prepared over the summer and their first performance at the Indiana State Fairgrounds at Indianapolis on August 5th. The show is entitled Overcome. Their music selections they're playing this afternoon include Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, Confident by Demi Lovato, Shot from the musical Hamilton, and Fight Song from Rachel Clanton. Drum Major Addison Giesler, is your band ready? You may take the field for your halftime performance. We're now going to introduce the North Daviess Youth Football League K2 first. Whitley Library, Jeff Nuttifer, Wyatt Myers, Levi Graber, Elijah Murdoch, Maxine Cornelius, Jackson Mulligan, Asher Graber, Hunter Collins, Logan Wadler, Crew Graber, James Jones, Connie Miller, Easton Radler, James Collins, Tate Dyer, Langston Graber, Asher Wyatt, Carter Hendricks, Zane Bushing, Benjamin Truax, Wayland Whitmer, Easton Roddick, Adler Rollins, Silas Schwarzenegger, S.J. Hart, Jackson Salem, and Briggs Burlock. K2 is coached by Bill Dyer and assisted by Billy Graber, Zach Burlock, Brian Jones, Jason Weidler, and Cole Wolford. Grades 3 and 4, Hezekiah Callahan, Colton Seven, Rory Slatton, Alexander Murdoch, Hunter Cunningham, C.J. Guerrero, Isaac Heschelman, Quentin Hart, Brantley Crooks, T.J. Davis, Carter Graber, Elijah Sechrist, Alex Brown, J.C. Brown, Braxton Alford.
Back to Cougar Valley. Thank you, Alan Williams, for giving us an opportunity to stretch our legs and, well, in Braden Wesner's case, get his left hand on a bratwurst. Well, it wouldn't be broadcasting without food. Coach Dalrymple ran down there and grabbed us some eats here. We're used to pizza and Subway on Fridays, but hey, a brat down there from the concessions and a couple candy bars. We had donuts earlier, so we're just trying to get our energy back. Linton-Stockton 36, North Daviess 0. Wes, we usually talk about stats at the first half. There's not much to talk about on the Cougar end. We can recap Linton scoring, but I'd rather focus on our youth program as our principal, Mr. Jed Geralds, reads off the names of our K through 2, 3rd and 4th, and finally 5th and 6th grade North Daviess Cougar future football players. And I believe they're going to play here at Cougar Valley after this contest. So I want to say that the Youth Football League is in about week 3 or 4, maybe week 5 actually. And I think they're going to play here at home again. So it's a long day of football for those involved in the youth program. Some of those guys coach at the high school level. Coach Fine, of course, will be around. And it's a great day for football, but a lot of football being played in our country at the college level. Of course, Sundays are typical NFL games, but we're lucky to have Cougar football on the radio for North Daviess fans.
I just had a brat.
We're good. There's Coach Dalrymple again coming through with bratwurst. And
round 2.
So, you know, you hear some of these names called, these young guys. Of course, we've seen them, seen some of their older siblings, and heard some of the names from the Little League. I know Billy Dyer down there in the K2, you know, getting fired up.
Super coach of the minor league.
All right, you know, giving Jay some heck down there umpiring at the Frank Roberts. Actually, giving Jay love, but you know, these young fellas are going to be the future of North Daviess athletics and sports. And so it's good to introduce them, and we thank their parents and grandparents for supporting them. It's a sport that, you know, you can get introduced to in kindergarten.
Yep.
And you can continue to play through high school. So we hope these kids stay with it, and a lot of them will. You know, Roger Callahan's, I think, involved, and Cole Walford, and all kinds of guys down there in the lower level that have been longtime North Daviess supporters and played a lot of football here, and were pretty good athletes in their own right. So we're about 2 minutes away from North Daviess Linton's second half. Now, Braden, after 35 points, the clock runs in the second half. Mm-hmm. You know, so
it'll be running.
It'll be a running clock situation. Once it starts, it doesn't stop, right?
Nope, it never. Once you get to 35, it will not stop. It will continue to run. You know, if we come out here and score one on the first drive, it's still going to continue to run. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Cougars come out to this second half. See what type of adjustments have been made offensively. See if we can. We had some rhythm there on our second to last drive going, and then Brock Knipp kind of got a little rushed on the throw because he had a dude in his grill and threw the interception. But we really had some momentum running that drive, and was really showing that we have the ability to move the football on these Linton Miners.
Well, it did not pay off in the form of points, as Linton used an interception to scamper back down the field for their fourth touchdown. Then they picked up a safety with a 109, I believe, showing. And then the backbreaker after the 61-yard Braden Walters touchdown with 1:39 to play. Another Braden Walters TD with 34 seconds to play, this one 39 yards. And I don't know how many passing yards Hunter Jennings has, but I can tell you that he has 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's an athlete. I think he's taken some visits on some schools for football, and he's going to play football at the next level, and there's a reason for it. He's very, very athletic. He can drop. You know, he came out showing a little rest there in the first quarter. I mean, wasn't hitting some receivers and overthrowing some guys and underthrowing some guys, and I tell you what, he's the farthest thing from out of rhythm right now.
Yeah, 4 TDs for Jennings, 2 to the freshman Paul Oliver, the coach's son, in the first quarter, 2 more to Braden Walters, the elite junior combo guard athlete for this minor team. He also plays DB on defense and runs the ball a little bit. So I actually tried to call Coach Hart at half and say, hey, I think his ticket might be football, Coach Hart. But anyway, the athleticism of Braden Walters is impressive. So North Daviess going through their stretches. A question I have for you, Braden. So we know that the visitors here don't really have a locker room outside. They have to use the school when they get here to get dressed. But at halftime, do they go back to the locker room, or do they head out here to the south practice field?
I think they go south practice field, I believe. Obviously, every game I played, we went to the locker room here. But now we would go on the road to some places, and you wouldn't go all the way back to the locker room. You would just, maybe meet up in the back of the end zone, or maybe outside the back of the end zone somewhere, and just talk things over. You wouldn't always have a locker room to do things in.
Right.
So I'm assuming that's probably what they did.
Yeah.
Because that's a long trek back up the hill.
It is, and it's that way at a lot of schools. But I know there's talk about potentially coming up with a locker room situation, maybe as we investigate putting new lighting in here at the football field. Perhaps
we need it. We need a locker room down there for those guys.
Perhaps an area where we could come up with some new locker room areas. So even talked about maybe putting some lighting down at the tennis courts as a
Hey, there we go. That's an idea.
So, there's a lot to be done, but again, the windstorm on Wednesday took out a light pole and found that all 4 of those light poles needed to come down. So Saturday football from here on out at home, at least, next 2 Saturdays. We know where we'll be, Braden Wesner.
We'll be right here.
Right here on the Razor. Dwayne Shake and Shake Broadcasting. New owners in 94.5. And the area leader in high school sports. Of course, Dwayne also owns WAMW 107.9, and he also runs sports on the General 95.9 and 101.3. So Dwayne Shake and his family, including his son Cannon, love the local area sports coverage, and we're happy that they want to bring North Daviess Cougar football on the radio. And we are just about underway here in the second half. Correct me if I'm wrong, Braden, but I think North Daviess will receive the kickoff to start the third quarter.
Yep, we're going to get it. We're going to be able to see if we can march down and put some points on the board here and see what we can get rolling. I hope Bucknell comes out and has some time to throw it a little bit and see if we can get that running attack going. And they got to be quick passes. We can't drop back and try to truck the deep ones, because that's when Bucknell gets in trouble and has to rush it.
Quarter 3, just about underway. Walters will do the kicking here from the 40. And if you're listening in, it's all Linton-Stockton in the first half, 36-0. Clock will run once it starts, and it is now. And that kickoff's taken by Webster, or who was that?
I don't think it was Webster.
Couldn't quite tell who that was. Yeah, number 15.
Keaton Graber, the freshman.
There's a frosh. Why not get him out there?
Just get him out there, see what's going on. Keaton Graber out there. He's a JV basketballer.
He's also the JV quarterback, and I think the Cougar junior varsity schedule is finished. They played the Hatchets this past Monday and went down in defeat. But I think that might be the end of...
The Hatchets got them.
Yeah, might be the end of the JV schedule for North Daviess, unless Coach Fine asks me to look around to add a game. But here in week 6, it won't be easy to find anybody. Colt McNabb, the ball carrier.
Off to the left side, nothing doing.
He's probably going to lose a yard there. Ball at about the 34. Line of scrimmage is the 35, so 2nd and 11. This Linton defensive front is hard to penetrate.
Yeah, we tried to get to the edge and use our speed there a little bit, but there was a bunch of white jerseys running around.
Yep. So it just seems like the Miners reload, and they don't have a ton of seniors. You look at the roster, and
they don't.
A lot of underclassmen. Now, their seniors are really good players, but they don't have a whole lot of them. Brock Knepp eludes the defense for a while, but not for very long.
He got a yard out of the deal.
Give him a yard or two.
See, we're trying to hit some downfield passing patterns, and we just don't have enough time to get those patterns. I mean, by the time, a guy runs his route totally and everything, it just, they're right in Brock Knepp's face.
Well, a couple of the offensive weapons for Linton also play defense. You see Johns out here, Jennings a free safety, Walters a free safety. So all their offensive studs are also in the defensive secondary, so not easy for Brock to find anybody open.
He's taking some hits. He just took a big one. He got sacked right there for a loss. He's going to need help getting up. He's up, but, yep, you're right. And the clock continues to spin. We're under 9 minutes. The thing I don't understand about what's going on here is that their defensive end, Wrigley Franklin, number 51, like that whole possession came untouched every time. So I don't know if we need a shade of running back over there or what we need to do, but we need to do something.
So 4th down now, and Andrews will punt this one. We're not going to run it backwards. We're going to try and punt it, and Wrigley Franklin just missed the blocks. Nice punt once again from Corey Andrews.
Good punt. Great punt.
Ball down to about the 29. So Linton will take over on the punt and give Corey Andrews about 50 yards on that punt. Linton will be headed, once again, they'll be headed to the north end zone. And clock spins under 9 minutes. So it will be a fast second half, folks. Hope Alan back at the station got plenty of the sponsors in.
I hope.
Because this will not take long here in the second half. We do appreciate our sponsors. Linton football, 8:30. Still got the varsity in there. Going to hand it off to Walters, and that's a nice tackle by number 23. Was it Elliott?
Elliott or
Colt McNabb, 23. I think McNabb may have been in on it, but Park also there. So a little bit easier actually at noontime to see these numbers, Brady.
Yeah, it's a lot better than when the sun's in your eyes and you're looking down there and you just can't tell nothing.
Nothing like a candy bar in the mouth though right now. Yeah. Oh, Milky Way, thank you very much. There's a reason I'm a 3X, people.
Nice. They ran the little quarterback option there. Jennings took it off to the left side. He did gain about 4, but the Cougars were able to corral him and make a play.
Brenda Sue listening in.
You know she is.
She is a
her and Henry.
North Daviess sports lover. And Henry's probably out wandering the neighborhood down there doing mayoral duties on the west side of Washington, keeping an eye on his citizenry.
Oh, they tried to draw us off sides again. We learned after we did it twice.
No flag to this point. That's good. Under 7 minutes, Jennings flips it out to, is that Hunter Johns?
Yep.
That's Hunter Johns across midfield.
Possibly a hold here. Might be coming back.
That'd be nice.
Yep, hold. Coming back. The Linton Minor coaching staff is not happy about what was just called. I think they're getting on their players rather than the officials.
McNabb came up with the tackle, but that play is going to be brought back. Already at the 6-minute mark, and again, when that clock starts running, it doesn't stop, Braden.
Let's see if we can get a stop here. Let's see if we can get a stop. Watch the football here. They might try to get a quick 5.
3rd and 10. Jennings looking to pass. Oliver, the intended receiver, covered up by Elliott Park. So 4th down here. That's punting situation.
Yep, punting situation. Let's see if we can get some pressure back there and possibly get a block. Maybe not. Webster's back to return. He's always dangerous. Last week he kind of saved us on the little kick return, 62-yarder back to allow us to score right before half. When
late in the first half.
All the momentum was Edinburgh's way.
It was huge late in the first half, no doubt.
Oh, bad snap. Bad snap. Get him. Got him. Wrapped up. Sweet.
Oliver taken down. Couldn't corral the snap that was on the ground. And number 4, Corey Andrews, will reach Oliver. And Cougars going to have good field position. Yeah, I say good.
That's the closest they've been to the end zone yet. Right here it is.
Yep.
Good job, defense.
24 yards away from the south end zone, and we'll see if North Daviess can mount an offensive threat. They are going to benefit from that shanked snap. Linton wasn't able to get a punt off. Brocknepp still under center. McNabb runs it up the gut. And he's going to get a couple before being brought down by number 33, Ashton White. Boy, White's been in there on several. He's got a couple sacks.
Yeah, he's doing well, but McNabb's really not been able to get loose since that very first play where he scampered for about 17 and then ended up fumbling. But ever since then, they've kind of gobbled him up.
Colton is one of the better backs in Southern Indiana. The sophomore is dealt with a lingering ankle issue. He looks to be healthy today. He's played defense and offense all afternoon, but this is McNabb trying to cut it up, and the Linton defense is having none of it. Jesse Voigtchild, the sophomore, sniffed that one out. That's going to be a loss. We need to go forward, not backward, Braden. 3rd and 12.
Yeah, we kind of we're faking left and right here. We're trying to fake that big-time counter play that we usually have, but Linton Minor sniffed it out.
Big week coming up. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be hosting the tennis sectional over from Tony Steele Courts. 4:30 starts, so
keep that good momentum going.
We want to see if we can't repeat the tennis sectional here at North Daviess.
The three-peat will be so sweet.
Brock Knapp looking to pass. Fakes one guy. And what do we got there? A catch?
No.
A hold?
No, it was just
nothing called.
Brock Kane. I hit him right in the hands. He just didn't come up with it.
Couldn't corral Knapp's pass.
You know, when you're so used to, not getting balls thrown to you, and you're not really had a lot of time to make passes, and then all of a sudden you do have one coming to you, it kind of catches you off guard a little bit, and you can't catch it.
I'll buy that explanation.
Okay, that's what happened there.
Kane was the intended target, but now 4th and 11, and North Daviess has got under 3 minutes to go in the third. Clock is spinning quickly. Linton-Stockton 36, Cougars 0. Knapp going for the end zone. Pick. Knocked down. No, knocked down.
That was a really good play by Matthew Wegler. He realized that he had absolutely no chance of catching that, so he went defensive mode, and Braden Walters had the pick in his hands, and he just knocked it right out. He just knocked it right out and just played defense on offense.
Well, so much for Braden Walters playing offense only.
He's everywhere. Football might be his sport, folks.
Yeah, I think it is. Where's Logan Webb?
I don't know where he's at.
Where's 23, but we haven't seen him. That carrier is number 8, Boydchild, and he's still on his feet.
That was a hold and a half.
Tackled at about the 20, chased down by
the 50-yard line. It was a hold and a half.
Chased down by Park. No flag, however. So Braden Wesner spotted a hold from up here. I was busy trying to find out who was going to tackle Boydchild, and it was Elliott Park, number 24.
Running down, great effort by Elliott Park.
That's a good night. That's a 55-plus yard run for the sophomore. Jennings going to pass. He's going to find number 15, Hayden Feltner, another sophomore. They just keep running these underclassmen in, Braden.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking Linton's going to fall off, and then
no, they're not.
They've got a freshman who will be the next quarterback, coach's son for 3 years most likely. And he's probably just as good already. Flip out here to number 8, Boydchild, and nice job by Webster, wrapping him up at the ankles. 2nd and goal. Third quarter is nearly finished, and it's been a quick
running clock.
It's literally been 12 minutes. It started, and it hasn't stopped.
I will say that the football field does look a lot different without the lights. Like, you don't notice it, but, man.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Yep, touchdown Jennings. Keeper.
When you got your best athlete at the quarterback position, like they do, it just gives you options, and he can run it in just like that.
All right. So Jennings from 5 yards. Just before the end of the third quarter, it's actually 0-0-0. Frady's going to kick this extra point. He may or may not make it. We'll find out when we get back. You're listening to North Daviess Football on Razor Radio Sports. Get a few more in, Alan. $42-0.
On the insurance shop scoreboard.
Here we are on a Saturday afternoon, Braden, and we are 12 minutes away from a ball game as Linton-Stockton cruising 42-0. That quarter literally took 12 minutes, Braden.
That was the quickest quarter that I've ever been a part of.
It was literally 12 minutes. The clock started on the kickoff and didn't stop even when Linton scored. It was 0-0-0 when Mr. Frady attempted a PAT and Nathan's kick was blocked. I'm not sure which Cougar got his paw on it, but the score is 42-0. Walters kicks back off to North Daviess. Andrews, Webster, trickeration. Number 11, Linton, Cody Pigg, a junior, on the tackle. So we're watching the monitor right next to us. We can see the scoreboard well. Thank you, John Burkhardt. And
great setup. He treats us very well.
We just really have a hard time seeing the scoreboard from our vantage point here in the Russell Dart Memorial football press box. So we have it right here on our monitor. Hey, Joe Medina says hi. Congratulated the Cougars tennis SWAC champs. So I don't know if Joe's listening or not, but he's a good dude from up there in Greene County.
Green Tucky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Green Tucky, so I can call it that.
Yeah, you get away with that.
Austin Webster nice run here.
Flags on the play. Clock will continue to run despite the flags. 35-point mercy rule enacted a couple years ago in the IHSA on the basketball side now too, but on the football side, after halftime, it hits 35, it doesn't stop. And we got there in the first half as the Miners led 36-0 and added 6 at the end of the third quarter. It's going to go against North Daviess.
Imagine that, holding.
Hard to pile up the stats in the second half with this new mercy rule.
Oh,
but it's a good thing.
It is.
It's a good thing for football schools that are behind the 8 ball when it comes to numbers or talent. And this has been a lopsided series. I want to say it's been maybe 2010 since the Cougars won a football game against Linton.
It was. The last win was my freshman year, and it was 73-33 Cougar.
And that was in 2010, and Linton has taken it out on North Daviess ever since.
Yep. They kind of got a little fired up. Thought the Cougars ran it up that year, so they've taken it out on us ever since.
When shuffling your papers, nice snag there.
This win, I'm telling you, with this window open.
Braden started keeping football stats, and then he just gave up.
There's just had to be.
Yeah.
I mean, like right there, I could have wrote down a 7-yard game for Webster, but it's holding. It's coming back. It doesn't count.
9.5. We've already spent 2.5 here on one play after a penalty. So, youth football here at North Daviess following this contest.
Underthrown.
Start about 2:30, I think. We're moving right along. It's not even 1. This is going to be our quickest broadcast of the year. We were over 3 hours last week. We're going to be right around 2 hours. And we even had Alan join us there late in the first quarter, but he's been with us. And Dwayne got us going. Alan was busy.
When you own a station like Dwayne does, you just never know what you're going to get thrown into, and he had to step up, make a play right there, and get us on.
Yeah. So, we appreciate being on the Razor 94.5. We're glad that Shake Broadcasting decided to continue the coverage of North Daviess football. And while this is going to be a loss for North Daviess and they're going to fall to 4-2, hey, there's more Saturday football to play next week.
Screen out to the left-hand side. Matthew Wagler gets a couple yards out of it. Probably more than a couple, about 5.
Unfortunately, it's a North Decatur team that's 6-0 coming in and been scored on just a couple of times. So it doesn't get any easier in week 7, Braden.
I would say it's going to be very, just about the same skill level as we're witnessing right now.
Yeah. Pretty good haul for North Decatur. We'll have a noon start for you next Saturday. And it's homecoming, so there will be plenty of fancy dresses and all the makeup, nails, and spray tans you can take advantage of. And the boys may even have to dress up a little bit.
They might have to do so.
Cougars forced to punt, and Corey Andrews moves Linton back to about the 37. 7 minutes to play here from Thurman H. Brown Field. This game's all Miners. And I I don't know what the rankings, the Sagarin or the line was. If you were a gambling man, I'm not a betting man, but it was probably at least 40, wasn't it?
I don't know what the line was. I have no idea, but I don't know if it was that much or not.
Well, if it was 40 and you took it, the Miners, then
Miners got their JV in there.
yeah, 42 zip.
Entire JV.
The entire JV for the Miners on the field, and
Cougs, we're still rocking with the old Varsity out there.
yeah, McNabb's finally going to come off. Yeah, good idea.
He looks exhausted.
Yeah, doesn't come off the field usually once he's out there. Breeze Walford and Ethan White, Abraham Victoriano, Braden Pershing, Corey Andrews, the front five right now for North Daviess.
Nice play by Ethan White.
And looks like Max Hastings, Zeb Owens going to get a little taste. Give Victoriano a break. He's done all he could up front against that Linton front.
He played hard. Victoriano, he always does a nice job playing hard.
Wagler, Webster, Bishop, and Boyd in the secondary. Linebackers Park. And I guess it was McNabb. Now it's
No, we're going to jump off sides.
Oh, okay. That's a bad time to jump off sides. Braden coming off the field. Chris and Barry back in.
Hey, it's good to
senior.
see Braden Pershing back in the Cougar uniform, back on the field.
Got a ways to go to get back in game shape, but did a good job up there.
Did all right.
He makes a difference up there for sure. 5.5, under 5.5. Boy, penalty will take about a minute off the clock, you know it.
We might have a guy lined up off sides right now over there. I don't know who.
22.
Elliott take it to the house. Pick six by Elliott Park.
And
they scored.
Yeah, we're on the board.
I like it.
Michael Alberry, the freshman quarterback, 22, was absolutely rocked going to pass. And
you know who it was.
Yeah.
Corey Andrews was back there in his face. Created the bad pass.
He wasn't in his face as much as he was in his gut. Absolutely lowering the boom. And tough job by Andrews. He deserves some of that as well as he's played defensively. And then Elliott Park out there able to snag the loose ball and score it. So North Daviess gets 6 points. And Coach Oliver probably not real thrilled about it, but North Daviess will use it for good as the kick good. Carter Jesse with the PAT. And we hear the Cougar band.
I like it.
Fight song here. The cheerleaders are in it. We might even get 7 jumping jacks out of them here.
Yep.
The clock will keep spinning. Or maybe it won't. All of a sudden now it's stopped.
In between it don't run. That's the only time it shuts down.
I don't understand that. This is going to be like a 13-minute quarter. How unfair.
Yeah. Let's get this defense back out here and maybe get some of those younger guys in there. Make sure none of our varsity guys get clipped or something gets sideways.
Good idea.
It's always a chance.
Deco knows the score. He knows the running clock rules. And it does when you're up here on a Saturday. And it's a blowout like this. It's probably not a bad idea. But we're glad to see North Daviess get on the scoreboard.
Yep.
42-7. 4:16 to play in the fourth. Elliott Park with a pick six.
He had to show the foul. I mean, it wasn't like given to him.
Oh, he had to snag it, and then he had to go run it.
Then he had to run it. He shoved one defender, just stepped on the right to the ground.
Jesse's boot. Handled by Linton's second string kick returner. We got any new faces?
We got 51 Max Hastings in there.
All right.
Look at him.
It looks like
He's ready to go.
62 is a new number.
We got a lot of new faces out there.
Braden Potteroff.
You know he's going to be in there.
8 and 1, Jairus Nidifer. All right.
Keaton Graber running it on.
Giving some guys a chance here. Good idea.
Great idea. False start and a half.
25 coming in. That's Chase Morning. A lot of freshmen.
It's good for these guys to get out here in their first Linton football game.
I see it. 20. I can't tell if that's 26 or 28. I don't see a 28, so it must be 26. Caden says.
Yeah, it's 26. 81, is that?
It's Jairus.
Okay.
1, Zeb Owens. Who's out there on the far side? I can't tell you.
Oh, that's Wyatt Bishop still.
Oh, the Bush still out there.
Yeah.
Breeze Walford's still out there, too.
You know the
59.
I don't know if we got enough.
Max Hastings!
Max Hastings in on the play.
Attaboy, Max.
He knows how to play football.
Well, he knows how to play tennis, too. He was on the tennis team for a couple of years. Glad to see him in a football uniform.
Speaking of tennis, Cougars got the SWIAC championship, is that correct?
21 and 1 now, going into sectional play. And all 7 Cougars. Jalen Mullen, Blake Huff, Bryson Skinner, Colin Kemp, Breck Byer, Max Toy, Cam Sassano, all 7 named all conference after their performance the past 2 days in the singles and doubles tourney. So a first for North Davis, and we think maybe a first in conference history.
Yeah, I think it's possibly a first in conference history.
Coach Canny at Bloomfield's been around 31 years, ever since the inception of the tourney, so he would know.
He would know.
If any team had ever done it, it had been one of his Bloomfield teams. But it's pretty unusual to have the best 7 tennis players in the conference all on the same team. And the Cougars got that this year, at least for conference bragging rights. The sectional is Wednesday and Thursday, hosted here at North Daviess. And come on out if you want to see a good tennis team and root them onto a 3rd straight sectional championship. Linton going to carry the ball here as clock continues to wind down.
Wyatt Bishop's trying to bring it
Wyatt
down.
Bishop will get credit for the tackle, but not before a Linton JV player picks up a first down. Give him credit.
Number 26, who's that?
Yeah, it says Tyson Walker, sophomore. Quarterback again, 22, is Michael Alberry, a freshman. Alberry's the one who got decked by Andrews and threw the pick 6 to Elliott Park.
It's always good to see these young cats out here, though. I kind of like it.
Sure is. So it's a noon start next Saturday against North Decatur. Homecoming will be prior to that at about 11:30. 11:30ish they'll line up, and we'll get another homecoming king and queen crowned here for football season. And we're going to try and really promote this game to get our student body out, Braden Wisner, and it's homecoming week.
Yeah, we're going to have some
North
Spirit
Davis.
Days dress. You know, what are the dresses for Spirit
Well,
Days?
I wish I had them handy. They were posted on the wall at school, and I can't tell you off the top of my head.
And before you know it, there's 18 seconds left in the game.
This game's over. It's going to be 42-7. Linton's going to win this contest, move to 6-0. North Daviess going to drop to 4-2. And we're going to be back in 2 minutes to kind of talk about this contest and look forward to next week. So you're listening to Cougar Football on Razor Radio Sports. Back in 2 minutes.
Homecoming festivities will start 20 minutes prior.
Going fast. Crazy
like it.
fast.
Linton-Stockton 7. Just below us is okay, Brandon. I think we're back.
2-7 Linton-Stockton, winner today. Just below us there, recent graduate number 55, Spencer Strong, gathered the troops here and sang the fight song. Good to see Spencer back. You know, when you're a former Cougar player, you're welcome back at any time. And so Spencer was down on the sidelines holding the flag after a tough loss for his Cougars. Braden, it was all Linton today, and not much you can say. Their senior quarterback kind of showed out today.
The Miners came out, played football at a very high level. First quarter, Cougars came out, was battling them, just battling. Looked like Jennings took a little bit to kind of, get going. But once he got going, he never let up, not one time.
Well, the senior quarterback is a threat to score through the air, and he did that 4 times, I believe, through the air, and then actually ran one in, and then he ran a second one in there, the last score of the second half. It was 36-0 at halftime, and the Cougars did get on the board late in the fourth quarter. It's good to see North Daviess managed to pick up 7 points as Corey Andrews was in the backfield of Linton all day long and hit the second-string QB. Elliott Park was there to make a catch and ran it back in. Carter Jesse kicks the extra point. So it doesn't go down as a shutout, 42-7. Still a situation where Linton was the dominant team on the field on both sides of the ball. But Braden, in just a bit, we're going to talk about Bill Dobson, 4th top player of the game. But let me get a message out from Student Council Advisor, Mrs. Beth Smith. She tells me that the homecoming spirit dress week, it's important, not that the kids are necessarily listening at this point, but I'm sure it's out there. Color War Monday, the seniors are wearing blue, juniors purple, sophomores pink, freshmen white, and the junior high will be in orange. The faculty is supposed to wear black. Twin Day on Tuesday, anything but a backpack day Wednesday, Scrabble Thursday, Adam Sandler Day Friday. I have no idea what most of those mean, but I'm sure the kids do. And so we're looking forward to a fun homecoming week. Noon start on next Saturday here. It's supposed to be nice weather as of right now. The forecast shows sunshine. We'll make sure that we get a homecoming king and queen elected. And so we'll be back next Saturday for a noon kickoff. But before we go, Braden, it's always you that gets put on the spot here. You know, Bill Dobson is a longtime area sponsor of Sports on the Radio, and the Bill Ford Tough Player of the Game is one that is in your hands. I have a feeling I know who you're going to pick, but let's hear what you have to say and why.
The Bill Dobson Ford Tough Player of the Game is going to be Corey Andrews. I mean, the bottom line is that he came out here from the first snap, fired up to play some football. Defensively was in the backfield multiple times, especially in that first half, creating some havoc, putting some pressure on Jennings to actually make some throws, and they ended up being bad throws just because Corey Andrews put so much pressure on him. Credit to the rest of his defensive line, but allowing him to be able to move like that with them creating some other attention. But Corey Andrews is your Ford Tough Player of the Game.
Okay, Bill Dobson Ford. Dobson deal's a better deal. And cheerleaders and the gate workers and the concession workers, the band, those who were keeping the clock and the time clock over there on the other side of the wall, and Steve Waniger and John Berry and all the administration. Hey, we had a lot to do and a lot to fix in a couple of days, and we got that done. We may not be playing on Friday nights, but we're not going to cancel the season. We're just going to play on Saturdays here at home the next couple of weeks. So Coach Fine talking to his team, really trying to get them to learn from this game. We're not going to see Coach Fine today, but we appreciate you guys listening to us on the air. For my buddy Braden Wesner, for Alan Williams back at the station, and his boss Dwayne Shake, we appreciate bringing you North Daviess Cougar football on the Razor 94.5. We will talk to you next Saturday at about 11:40. Linton-Stockton 42, North Daviess 7.